Hey, what's up, guys? It's time for the Evo Japan 2020 Street Fighter V Aftermath discussion video. Joining with me is Mir and Kwa.
Hello.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
So,
Hey, what's up?
we didn't really script this out. This is not going to be organized. We're going to wing it. I just came fresh off watching the whole tournament, actually, on my stream. So I got a lot on my head right now. And we're going to discuss some of the key points and basically how the meta is shaping up for Street Fighter V Champion Edition. I don't know about you guys, but I'm liking it so far. We're getting a good variety of characters, especially no Rashids. And we're seeing some new V-skills being used as well. And yeah, it looks good so far. It looks great to me. I don't know what you guys
It was
think.
definitely very experimental as a tournament, I would say. Lots of interesting characters. Well,
Right.
lots of interesting characters that we've seen from people that usually don't play those characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, new characters, very fresh.
Yes.
It's not official CPT tournament, right?
I don't believe so, no.
Right. There was a lot of prize money, though.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a Nintendo Switch controller. But I don't know what else.
That was for another game.
Okay. Oh.
But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with Street Fighter 5 though.
Yeah, you've been actually
this
been playing
season
it lately, Kwa. Scary.
I've been playing a lot. I picked up Kage. He is very nice, very strong.
One of those
All of-
guys, I see.
Yeah, all the shows seem very good, and even every character seems very good. We saw Alex with Gunfight. He made.
I
it far.
know. It's crazy. I feel like it's almost staged. The tournament's almost staged, man. It's weird. Seeing all these it's strange when almost every character is viable except for Vega, you know? Like, every character is being shown. It's really cool, man. Unfortunately, though, we couldn't see every match because a tournament of this scale, with only one stream, you can't expect to see every single match in pools. There's just way too many players. And so because of that, a lot of big names got destroyed outside of the stream, off bracket. Who are the Dodgers this tournament, guys?
Well,
Punk was in here.
Yep.
Yeah, Bonchan, Problem X, I think.
Yeah, Promax didn't show up.
Not those are the two ones I think off the top of my head. I can't remember any other pros. Just
Right.
a lot of not enough North American, European players. What I think.
Right.
Yeah,
There's
no,
no
they
item
don't-
either, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if
Yeah.
Edo Strider was there. I mean, there's a lot of Americans that I haven't seen show up.
You know, did you say like the characters were represented a lot, but like I didn't see any Lauras that much. Did you?
Nope.
That's a good point.
I'm like kind of looking at the top like 50 or 60. I don't really see Laura. I can control F this.
Not anyone that plays her, or like a main character.
There was one Laura player that got 97th place.
It's right. She got buffed this season. She's really strong now.
Yeah, there was 3 Laura players in the top 193.
That's weird.
I think in,
Japan has always looked down on Laura too.
I don't know.
I think in the top 128 there were like all the characters except Lucia and Hall, if I remember correctly.
Oh, right. I saw that on Event Hubs. E Honda is really strange, and then but Lucia, I don't know what's up with Lucia. Like, I thought she's a fun character too, the way she plays. So it's really strange not seeing her either.
I don't know, maybe people are trying out the new quote unquote top tiers that people believe are top tiers at least. So
yeah, there's a bunch of tier lists being scattered about, and
yeah,
they
man.
very.
So I guess the first thing we should talk about, guys, is like, now that we're really in the tail end of Street Fighter V's life, this is like the tournament of counter picks. I've never seen so many counter picks, man. Like, there's so many people have pocket characters now, right? And it's really about knowing your matchups at this stage, like having characters to cover your bad matches.
It's either like you're clear cut on like taking a top character that beats a large amount of characters in the roster, and then filling the gaps with that character.
Right.
yeah, I definitely used to make fun of people that kept saying that Street Fighter 5 was so easy and that they just played one character. But now, now we got to the point where it does make sense, and it's almost necessary. There's a lot of Japanese players that say that right now, if you don't have a secondary character that covers your bad matchups, it's impossible to win tournaments. Like I heard it say from Fujimura. I think Sako said the same thing. I believe Daigo believes something similar. I don't know if he's picking up a secondary. I think he was trying Yuri.
It totally makes sense. Because like if you see Kage versus Menat, that's like impossible for Kage. How are you gonna win as a Kage main, right?
Just V skill 2, bro.
Totally, man. I mean,
Oh,
Galo
man.
versus Menat's not a good example. Like, Galo players have been, like just struggling with that matchup since Menat got introduced. Now, I guess it's a little better with skill too, but yeah, like, having a counter pick is just so much better.
Right. I mean, we're not talking just one pocket character. We're talking several. Like Knuckle Doo, he used G, he used Mika, he used Cammy, he used Guile. Then Infiltration used Jury, Menat, Colleen. Like it's all over the place.
Yeah, Infiltration is definitely the OG of having pocket characters.
That's true. Yeah, since Street Fighter 4. That's true. But I mean, it's getting nuts. And like I said, it's because another reason is because the most toppest of tier characters from the previous seasons, they don't have as many good matchups anymore as they did before. So you're kind of in the situation that as the mid tiers and low tiers go up on the tier list, they still come with their weaknesses, and they still come with their bad matchups.
You literally see everyone top 8. Most of them have like a secondary character. Well,
Right.
The Japanese people that played only their main, like Tokido stuck with Yuri and what's his name? Fujimura stuck with Chun. They didn't make a part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting, and yeah, in those cases, there are some cases though where one character made it through it all with Nauman, but we'll talk about that soon enough. What else?
I was just about to mention one thing. For example, there's some top tiers or previous top tiers, I guess, that were not gonna fight certain characters ever because those characters were bad. But now with the balance patch and the fact that they got buffed somehow, they might struggle with them. Like a good example is Rashid and Ed. Ed, you would have never seen Ed in a tournament before.
Right.
But now you are, and apparently, is really good against Rashid. So that's a good example of a character. Now you have to deal with it before you didn't have to even think about.
All right, matchups you didn't have to think about before, and it's really weird. Like I've only seen a couple of Akumas as well. We saw Tokido didn't use Akuma; he was using Urian. What do you guys think of Tokido's Urian?
It's not the greatest.
What, Mir? What do you want to say?
I think you can see that he lacks the familiarity that people like, for example, Nemo have with the character. Like it's very unrefined, I would say. You can see that the fundamentals are there because, of course, Tokido is a great player, but I can see that he dropped some combos because of some like typical execution errors with Urian, and his like Aegis setups are not super crazy like say Nemo's, which is the premier. Who is the premier? Sorry. Urian player, I guess, alongside Ryusei. Although Nemo, he switched, he jumped ship.
I know. It's funny too because Tokido got the same place as Ryusei. Both Urian players got 17th. It's an interesting
funny too
coincidence.
because Nemo thinks Gil is not that good, like not as good as Urian. I mean, he thinks Urian's so bad.
Before the tournament, he said that.
Yeah, I think so.
What the heck?
Interesting.
Interesting.
So maybe he was banking on the fact that people don't know how to fight Gil properly.
True, he wasn't using all of Gil's potential abilities. Like he didn't parry enough, but it's hard to get that habit in this type of game too, right? Especially when you get punished so hard for missing a parry.
Yeah.
Because if he knows how to parry, then I think that's when you unlock Gil. Unlock Gil's full potential.
Well, Nemo lost to both top 8 players. He lost to Trashbox using Birdie, and he lost to Nauman using Sakura.
Yeah,
2-0.
It's so risky to use parry against those two characters because if you guess the parry wrong, Sakura and both Birdie punish you real hard for it.
I don't think Nemo knew the Sakura matchup at all. Anyways, the look on his face was like, "What's going on?
Why is she plus and everything?"
Yeah, what's going on? What happened? Like he checks the patch notes and sees this like 5 pages long of patch notes for Sakura.
He's like, "Oh, I should have read this."
Yeah, I should have read this shit. It piles up over time.
Yeah, Nemo's skill is very interesting because he has this uncanny ability of playing every character the same way.
Yes, literally.
There's and I mean, I guess Gil and Urian share a lot of similar moves, like crushing heart punch. Like seeing the dash under, crushing heart punch. For jump ins and stuff. That's a very common sight. But he's definitely very mobile in the sense that he dashes around a lot, which is good with Gil because he has good movement. But I don't know. Maybe I guess he still needs to figure out some matchups. Yeah. you just couldn't break the top 8.
Right, right. Yeah, I was really hoping Nemo would make the top 8 because I really wanted to see some Gil, but he still did fine. I don't think he's gonna drop him just yet. Like he got he just made it. Sorry, he just missed top 8. He got 9th place.
Yeah,
Good for
With
a
Gil, so I'm like, that doesn't mean
character.
he's bad, so it's good to go.
Yeah, for sure.
What happened to Daigo? What place did Daigo get?
Daigo
Well-
lost and he went home and streamed.
What?
Yes,
He
Kage.
did?
Yes, he was playing online. He was playing Kage, I believe.
Are you serious? Like that's what's so
Yeah.
strange, man. The guy uses Kage for so long, and then he goes to the turn, only uses Guile, gets bopped. He got 49th.
I guess
He sees it as like a pro character. It's not good enough. Kage.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
then
according
Guile is
to-
good enough. on
What about
paper.
Sakura? Is she good enough?
Exactly, right?
We
It's-
could ask him after this turn.
Yeah.
It's funny too, because like when he played Kage again, he just switched back to stick instead of hitbox. So he couldn't do DPs.
Yeah.
So it's like he's just reverting back to his old self. And was like, why don't you just play Kage to begin with?
He was relapsing.
Yeah, he's relapsing. He doesn't know what to do anymore.
Oh man, I mean, this is the tournament, like Mir said, for experimentation. He should have tried Ryu and Kage. He should have tried it, man.
He should have at least. He's
Really?
he's muddled by the pro mentality, you know.
What's that?
It would.
Like he should just pick a really top tier character with you know, the best tools on paper.
Right.
And that way he can just implement his game plan instead of just doing how he used to, where he just feels it, you know, like Justin
Yeah.
Wong does.
Right.
That goes
That's,
Guile. I mean, he does believe that Guile's strong. And he thinks that V-Skill 2 is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's why he played it. He played the character, sorry, and that's why he believed. But I guess it didn't worked out quite, as well for him. So
Yeah,
I don't
think
know.
he was just
I don't
experimenting with
think.
it.
Yeah, I don't think he'll switch off of Guile though. It's
I think he
just
will.
such a familiar character to him. He'll always have pocket Guile if
Yeah.
it's not his main.
What was the highest placing Ryu player?
Ooh, good question.
Jobin, but he plays Nakali now.
Giobin, you actually remember that? He played Ryu?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Well, according to my quick Control F,
You should have said
there's a-
calculations.
yes, there's a Sasori player at 49th place.
Ooh, that's the
And,
same as Daigo! That's the same place as Daigo!
And also this other Fuji
man.
player at 49th place.
Okay, interesting. 4.5 seems to be the place to be. Okay, well, let's talk about the champion. Nauman. Am I pronouncing his name right? Nauman?
Now, man.
Nauman.
Nauman.
Yeah, I heard Nauman, I heard...
Okay. Well, one thing I should point out is, like, this guy has been on everyone's radar for a long time because he's been playing Sakura before, like, these crazy, insane buffs, and he's been on the grind, and he's sponsored. So he's been showing up a lot of tournaments, and he's been doing well despite the buffs that happened recently for her. But, I mean, he looked unstoppable this tournament. I know Mago reset the bracket on him, but he was getting so many throws with Sakura, like dash throws specifically.
Yeah. Her walk speed is insane.
Her pressure is insane too, man. Like, jeez.
Yeah.
It is a really fast dash. So
Yeah.
you gotta keep that in mind.
Right.
Sakura's movement is definitely like a strongest suit, I would say.
Right.
60 frame forward dash. The back dash is pretty good too. She walks so
Pretty
fast,
quick,
especially
yeah.
backwards. She
Yeah.
moves backwards so fast, so
Mhm.
to make stuff with and
Like
with
her
punish.
normals are like stubby or whatever, right? But like her combined with the walk speed, it really makes up for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I was trying to find the chart for the walk speeds, but I know Sakura's like way at the top there. It's at least like top 3 or 4, I think,
Yeah.
in terms of
Really
walk
good.
speed. It's very, very fast. Another thing
would've
too, I was like looking specifically on the recent buffs, and one thing I noticed is with her V skill 2 in particular,
Oh
if
my
she
God.
crush counters you with heavy kick, she can confirm that into V skill 2 and literally put you in the corner mid screen with that
Okay.
V skill alone. So now, because Sakura's known as like having stubby limbs, right? But if with that heavy kick, she could put you in the corner, so you have to respect it, right?
Yeah.
And if Sakura has you in the corner, you're in serious trouble, especially when you combine it with all of her V trigger 1 buffs. That's what she's been getting lately. So I don't know what kind of bracket Nauman had for Sakura. Like, I'm sure Sakura still has a lot of bad matchups. Like, I'm thinking like Guile, Abigail, Menat. I don't know if he ran into those all those matchups. But, I mean, he looked super happy to win. I'm sure no one saw that one coming, right?
Yeah, no one
Yeah,
did
for sure.
stuff.
Yeah, like the interesting thing about Nauma is that he's stuck with his guns, and now that the character is definitely better, he managed to like finally take a tournament, and it's a big tournament too. Like even
Yeah,
though there
dude,
were
yeah,
some,
hell yeah.
even though there were some notable like missing players, I still think it's impressive that he's made it this far.
Mm. That's yeah. I need to check his bracket. I'm really curious on what it was. But yeah, Evo Japan always had some wild winners, right? We had Infiltration win with Jury, and
Yes.
Yeah.
Momochi was using Colleen. I guess that's not too wild, but
Yeah.
definitely. What do you guys think of Sakura now? Like after seeing him play, like I don't want to say like because the player is really good behind the character, right? Like Shoto wise, is Sakura stronger than you guys thought? Like some people are saying she's the best Shoto now. Like I don't want to go that crazy.
I don't know about that.
I think Akuma is still the best Shoto, but
It depends on how you play, really. I feel all four Shotos are pretty comparable in power, or five, I guess. Kage, Ken, Ryu, Akuma, Sakura, yeah. But it depends on how you play. I think Sakura and Kage, I think, are more for like offensive type players, and Ryu and Akuma and Ken are more like mid range. You know.
what about Sagat? Sagat's a Shoto.
So that's not a Shoto.
Yes, he
throws
is.
tigers.
He's a
Throws
Shoto. Let us know in the
tiger.
comments below. Is he a Shoto? Yes.
He didn't say Shoryuken. He says Tiger Uppercut.
Oh, come on. She doesn't say Shoryuken. She says Shouken. It's
She didn't
different.
have a. And what's his name? Sagat
What
doesn't
about
have a
Miss Satsuko
Turrican kick.
Shut up, Okay. Who else want to talk about? Let's talk about how Sako destroys everybody with Menat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if he needs a second pick because Menat beats everyone. Not
Dude,
everyone, but-
like, oh my god, that V skill 2 with Menat and her new block strings because of it. When you need, if you haven't watched the Sako versus Itabashi match, it's quite amusing. It's literally a one-player game. Like, he was doing a block string that seemed like it was an infinite. He gained V trigger 2, but like when he took like 10% damage, like he had it so early, it was insane.
Well,
I don't know.
The thing about Sakura's, I mean not Sakura's, Menat's V-Skill 2 and Air Pressure is that it's really interesting because Sako himself said that V-Skill 2 sucks. So it was like very confused at it. It was
Yes.
like, I don't understand these V-Skill. V-Skill 1 is so much better. And then he picks V-Skill 2. I don't know what you think. Like, I understand what it's there for. You know, like the fact that you have this pressure and you can use the orb on block, you know, to build gray life and chip and stuff.
Yeah.
But I remember him complaining quite a lot about the fact that, you know, V-Skill 1 has better roots for damage and stuff like a crush counter. Combo with V-Skill 1 is so much better and blah, blah, blah. So I wonder what happened, you know, since last time he talked about Menat's V-Skill and V-Trigger too. Because he wasn't very convinced about V-Trigger 2 as well. So I wonder if he was just experimenting and maybe we'll never touch, you know, V-Trigger 2 again.
This was so good against Abigail.
Yeah, maybe it's just good against Abigail.
Infiltration uses V-Trigger 2 against Abigail as well. They just use it for chip. Like it just wears him down. But
Yeah,
Sako's
that's right.
conversions
Yeah,
are insane with V-Trigger 2. He's so good with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Full
he has
mastery
all
of that
the-
character,
he had-
man.
He finds every single setup. He has the mind to develop the tech, you know.
Oh man, Menat is like just like one of the best characters if you want to master a character and see a payoff for the mastery. You know, Menat's one of those characters. She's like the opposite of Dalsum. I swear. she's so
Unfortunately.
good. That character is so good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And Sako did use some Kage though. He didn't just use Menat.
Yeah, he did use
He did, but he
with,
still.
with all kinds of V skill and V trigger combinations.
Yeah,
I've seen
it's
the one. I've seen V
weird.
skill 2.
Yeah.
Seen V trigger 2.
I like.
Try to do the
Menat and
setup.
Kage are like really like mix up setup heavy characters, so it fits Sako perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like when he did a crouch and light kick with Kage into the V trigger too. That was so ugly. I can't believe that combos. That's crazy. And
Yeah,
remember when
Kage is really good.
he tried to demon.
yeah, you tried to hit him with the
Knuckle
Kara.
Dew. Yeah, tried to demon Knuckle Dew, but Knuckle Dew was already like, you know, AX flash kicking out of the way.
Oh,
Like,
dude,
"Whee!"
yeah,
Yeah.
he was somersaulting
He-
out of there.
He
Oh
didn't get him,
man,
I guess.
I really like it that every time it's tournament legal to switch your V skill, when somebody switches their character on you
Yeah.
for the winner. I think that's cool. So, like I said, we're really seeing a dynamic change on these matchups because of the two V skills, especially if they're both viable. I think that's awesome.
I hope that type of development moves on to Street Fighter 6, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like there's more experimenting and variation.
Yeah, man. No, seriously.
Yeah,
I do too.
More customization of what your character can do, yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah. I hope
Kinda
that's what
like-
it leads to.
Kind of like MK, where you switch your weapons and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what?
The 3D MKs, we're going back in time.
You can't go forward, guys. You can only go back every time, man.
You gotta go back and check what was right.
Oh, man. Speaking of going back, what do you guys think of Momochi's poison?
Yes.
Also could have used work.
Yeah? Yeah?
I feel poison is really strong now.
Oh, yeah,
After seeing
definitely.
the item using him.
Yeah?
And with the buffs on top, Momochi just needs a little bit more time. If he can do it with Cooling, he can probably do it with
Yeah.
poison. Sorry.
More time.
Yeah, Momochi's conversions with poison are good. Like, I think
Yeah.
on the combo department, he's got it down, but
He
The
just
way
needs to get used to the
he-
confirms and stuff. You know.
yeah, the way he's been playing neutral, it's a little bit too close, I think. And so he risked a lot by like with people jumping in on him, and that's basically how he lost in the end, right?
Mhm.
He was just playing at a very risky range, and it ended up not working for him. So maybe needs to slow it down a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. I need to look at his matches again. Yeah, it could definitely improve from here. I think. Don't think
I
it
mean,
can get
props
any
to
worse.
him and all the people who experimented with new characters.
Yeah,
These
no,
are-
seriously.
Yeah,
Did-
for sure.
Dude, can we talk about Trashbox's Ed one more time?
Well-
And how he destroyed two top Rashid players. Dude, in case you guys don't know, there was no Rashid players in top 8 because of Trashbox. He used Ed to beat Gachikun and John Takeuchi, and he destroyed them with Ed. Like, Ed is
Ed
good.
is secret top tier.
Dude,
Secret
Ed
top tier,
is
I'm telling you.
nuts.
Ed is so crazy and bullshit.
Dude, he is
Ed the
crazy.
Ed is the ultimate counterpick character now.
Yeah.
Because there's some matchups in which he just like can do whatever he wants, and the fact that you have reversals on lockdown with just the press of 2 or 3 buttons,
Mhm.
you
Yeah,
know,
the
it's
autocorrects
so
for you and
effective.
stuff.
Oh, he's such
Yeah.
a frustrating character to play against, like in a tournament setting, because of the cycle upper, right? It's so annoying.
Well,
Like
also
upper,
the flicker is really good. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Like they every time like a Rashid player will try to do any type of whirlwind setup on Ed, Ed just does EX upper on reaction. No problem. You just have to press 3 buttons. That's all you got to do. You can't do
Yeah.
anything. Right?
If you have any fake block string setups, say goodbye to them because
Yeah.
that's just gonna fucking punch you in the face.
Yeah, and then V trigger 2 bounce you right after if they have
Yeah.
it up. Like Ed
Yeah.
is just nuts.
There's so much things you have to think about with Ed in neutral. And then as a Rashid player, when you're trying to rush them down, you're like trying to think of all the options to rush them down. Then all of a sudden you get psycho upper, you're like, oh fuck me.
Yeah.
Well, the worst part is when they dash in on you, and then they do EX cycle upper, and then you get hit.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
That's when you're like, oh, okay, I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, it's super
That's
tilting.
like getting hit by an upside down kick that is invulnerable.
It is, man. But Rishi does that stuff too, man. He does run forward into standing heavy kick activated. That shit's annoying, man.
Yeah, it's true. He got his just desserts, eh?
Yeah, there you go, man. He got to taste his own medicine. I mean, I'm sure Capcom's happy that Rishi didn't make a top 8. Like, whew, that was a close one, boys. Pop the champagne
we
on
were
the patch
doing.
notes.
Yeah,
We knew who
Sakura
we nerfed.
won.
Jeez. Who else didn't we talk about? What about? Did you guys watch Fujimura's Chun-Li?
No, not a bit.
I mean,
I do agree
not
with
in the
Chun is pretty
tournament.
strong now.
You got 33rd.
Well, that's
I
an
don't know.
interesting result.
I don't know if Chun and Ibuki are good together, you know? Because Ibuki's got good normals too, right? And good conversions, just like Chun-Li. But I guess that's the character Fujimura likes to play, because Koken is very similar to, I guess, a kunai. I'm not kunai, sorry, that's Shuriken.
You said you wanted to learn Rashid. I guess he lied.
It,
Yeah,
he lied.
that's what he said. He wanted to use Rashid. Not after he saw what happened after Trashbox. He's probably like, yikes. I don't want to lose to Ed in a tournament.
I remember Fujimura saying that he was definitely considering Chun-Li as a secondary, but also to switch mains so that Chun-Li was his main and then Ibuki as a secondary. So like he's looking at this character very seriously.
You know who?
And the Japanese do believe that Chun-Li is extremely strong, so there's definitely some influence from there too, I believe.
Okay.
Guys, you know who I think Infiltration should use?
Who?
Ed.
He already
He-
tried Ed. He made it to the grand finals on the LCQ for Red Bull.
Oh yes, that's right.
And then he
I
had
think
problems
should-
against Abigail and Ken.
Mhm.
And Ken, bro.
That's true.
He should use Chun-Li. Infiltration should use Chun-Li.
It's true. She did use her in Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
She is really strong this one.
Yeah,
I
she
don't know.
is. She just requires mastery, though. Like, she's not easy to use. That's why I think it's going to
Yeah,
take
for sure.
Fujimura some time.
Even
It's quite
Mago's
technical,
trying to pick
okay.
her up too.
Yeah, man. Should. I mean,
Yeah, Mago's Chun-Li is a bit questionable. I think that one could use more help.
oh my god, guys. So much
I
shit.
kind of okay. I wanted to see Mago's Chun-Li in tournaments so I could talk trash, but
Yeah.
I guess he didn't. He didn't play Chun-Li.
No.
He stuck to the characters that he knew, and
Yeah.
he did well with them. Although
Yes.
some matches were a little bit shaky, he still ended up clutching.
And he did
Pushing
reset
out
the
the end.
brackets. He did
Yeah.
do it. Like, it was close. Well, the last match wasn't close, but you know, like, it was close.
Yes.
I think that at that point Mago was just checked out, and Nauman had the young man spirit with him. You know.
Oh my god. He knew he was going to win it. Okay, so. What?
No, I was just gonna say he's still mentally prepared. You know,
Yeah.
because he's
For
younger.
victory. So what do you guys think? Is this tournament, like, should we even... Does this tournament even matter? Because of all the experimentation going on? Like, does this even mean anything for the meta going forward? Is this going to give people, the players information?
I think people should just wait a little bit more on tournaments. I think this is just the first of many of experimentation.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't go as far as saying like this is it, like Sakura's top tier. You know.
Yeah. Saka's top. Dude, I'm already seeing it, though. Saka's the best shoto.
I mean, yeah. There's so many people that haven't showed up that we mentioned before that it's gonna be very interesting to see what they do, right? Like
Yeah.
Bonchan, Punk, Idom. I mean, yeah, like this tournament, although it definitely is important, and we've seen that you can win even with characters that before weren't thought as all that good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's still very early in the stage of like Street
Mhm.
Fighter 5 Champion Edition. I mean, Champion Edition is technically not even out.
Right.
If you really want to put it like that.
That's
so.
true. I'm checking
Yeah.
the schedule here. It looks like we don't have a major until almost 2 months here with Brussels Challenge in Belgium.
Yeah, that
It's
will
on
start the
20th.
CPT.
Yeah, man.
And that's when Seth will be out by a month after. So
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so Seth will be legal. So we'll see. We will see how the meta's shaping up. But so far, I'm really liking Champion Edition, man. I'm really liking how there's so many different characters. And that's
It
what we
seriously
want to see in
has-
tournaments, man.
yeah, it
That-
revived the game for me. I love playing it now.
That's good, man. But you don't love playing Ken though.
No, Ken sucks.
Good to know.
Oh man, that's so funny. All right,
Ken
guys.
players. Wait. Ken players, you should all play Kage. He's really good.
So I've heard. What about Ryu? He's got better neutral than Akuma.
Ryu's good if you like. If Ryu's good only if you can take like one jump in into death. If you
Okay.
can handle that, then play Ryu.
Okay, that's good. All right, guys, let us know in the comments below what you guys thought of Evo Japan 2020. And yeah, man. Hopefully we'll see which characters show up in next tournament. And don't forget, guys, Ed, the Rashid
Ed.
Killer, the Rashid Destroyer.
Pick up Ed with Kage.
Yeah, pick up Ed. 1, 2, 3.
Good talk here.
All right. Take it easy, guys. Peace.
See you.
See ya.